Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. Standing outside again in my new fave spot out here in the sun. And I got the camera on top of my car. But one of my blessed ones asked me a question that I want to answer in this video. And in my last video, I talked about ministering to his spirit and ministering to your man's spirit rather than concentrating so much on just thinking it's all about the physical. And in that video, one of my blessed ones asked, D, what do you do to pamper yourself? I've heard what you said about, can y'all hear me over the airplane? I've heard what you said about, ministering to your man or your husband. What do you do to pamper yourself? Okay, the answer to that may seem very lame. You may roll your eyes. I may even get a few. Oh dear, I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. What I'm about to say is the truth. No matter how lame. Oh shoot, the Dish Network guys next door installing Dish Network, so he probably think I don't know, maybe people are used to this by now. You should be used to people videotaping. Okay, anyways, so when you're outside, you're just exposed to all kinds of noises and elements and onlookers. But anyways, okay, the answer to this may seem kind of lame, but this is the truth. When you have a man or a husband who is so wonderful to you and attend to almost your every need, it's like I asked them a few times, do you wake up and do you say, what can I do for my wife today to bring a smile to her face and happiness to her heart? I literally think my husband wake up every day, and besides talking to God, that's what he asks. So I said that to say, because my husband treats me that way, I don't think so much about pampering myself because I'm so well pampered by him. But okay, get out your little, get it out of the way. But it's the truth. Okay, but in addition to that, to answer your question, what I do to pamper myself is very simple. Pampering costs money and time, one of which I have less of than the other. The money I have less than time, and time I don't have a whole lot of, because just like billions of other women out there, I'm just busy. I'm busy. But when I can steal a little time away, I like to keep my feet done, get a pedicure. I try to get one about every 2 weeks. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Sometimes it's 3 weeks, a month and a half. And my sisters, who all go to my church, my sisters, my niece, my nephews, all of them go to our church, and they will look down at my feet and they're like, First Lady, First Lady, you look nice from head to ankle, but you need to get something done to those feet. And I try to keep my feet done, but oftentimes I fail. But that's one thing that I do is to pamper myself. I try to go get a pedicure at least every 2 weeks. And like I said, sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes it's a month, and I'm like right now, I think I'm going on my 3rd week because I've just been so busy at the Daytona Speedway and then working my part-time job and things we do at church. So it's time for me to get my feet done. But that's one thing that I like to do for myself, is to get a pedicure. Also, this is the #1 thing that I do to pamper myself, and it may just seem so simple, but pampering yourself is about what brings joy to you, not what other people think you should be doing to pamper yourself. I was just looking at Wendy Williams' after show. I hardly watch her regular show, even though I love her show, but I don't know, I just don't watch too much daytime TV. But I love watching on YouTube her after show. And after show, she's just in her dressing room, and she's just talking to her audience, talking to her YouTube audience, and she was putting some Cetaphil on her face. And she said that there was a time period in her life where she used all of the high-priced products. I think she called it Lemure or something, De Lemure or whatever, but she used all this high-priced creams on her face because she thought that a woman of success, this is what you do. and this is what you do to pamper yourself. You know, spend $200 and $300 and $400 on creams and all of that. And she said that she learned that Cetaphil, something that is inexpensive, does the trick. And you get to that point where you realize that it doesn't take all of that money that I thought that it took. So I just said that all that to say that pampering yourself is about what brings joy and relaxation and happiness to your life. And the other thing that I do is, when I can, I stay in my bed all day. I love my big, comfortable California king. My husband and I change our linen at least once or twice a week, just because we just love that feel of nice, crisp, clean, fresh, baby powdered. Yes, we put baby powder on our sheets, on our linen. Baby powdered bed. So, and I got my big screen TV there, and remote control. And when I can, I will stay in bed all day, because sometimes that's rare. Or maybe it's not rare, but I can be busy 2 and 3 weeks straight. I mean, grueling, grueling, grueling. Y'all just can't imagine. And some of you can, because I know some of you have busy lives like that, but sometimes you can't imagine just how busy I am. I mean, leaving the house 6:30 in the morning, returning home 1:30 the next, like at night, or the next day, and then getting back up at 6 something to do it all over again, working these races, at Daytona Speedway and all of that. But so when I can, I pamper myself by staying in bed, and without guilt. That's the thing. Some women will do things for themselves, pamper themselves, but they feel guilty. They feel guilty about the manicure, the pedicure, or getting their hair done, or going shopping, or staying in bed. Or it's like, ladies, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty when you put in the hard work and you want to do some things to pamper yourself. Don't feel guilty, and don't feel guilty about what your guilty pleasure is. My guilty pleasure is being able to stay in bed all day. When I say all day, well, I don't go to bed till late, so I might get into bed, say 4 a.m., and I might stay in the bed until 4 p.m. Get up, take a shower, and then my day begins around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. So that's what I do to pamper myself. And lastly, one of my fave pastime. If you follow me on Twitter, if you've been a blessed one long enough, you know I love going out to eat. I love dining out, and that's one of the things I do to pamper myself. And I do it unapologetically, and I do it without guilt. And I remember a while ago, I was on one or a few of my videos, I was just talking about financial problems and financial troubles, and how I'm looking for a financial blessing and miracle. And I even said that, I think, the other day, maybe on my ministry, one of my videos. I just recently talked about learning to be a better steward of my money and all of that. And one of my blessed ones made a comment and said something to the effect, because it's been about almost a year and a half, 2 years now when this person said this. And this person said, she said, D, you always talk about, money problems or expecting a miracle and all that, but then you always going out to eat. And maybe if you stop going out to eat so much, you wouldn't have money problems. I laughed. I didn't get upset at all. I laughed because I like truth. I like truth. I give it to you true, and I give it to you straight, no chaser. And hey, and when a person is direct like that, like I am, I can take directness back. And I think I maybe DM that person, and or PMs or whatever you do over here on YouTube, or I might have did it in open forum. She said it in open forum. I might have responded in open forum. But one of the things I said was, I totally respect. I told the person this. I said, I totally respect your perspective and what you said, and what you said is logical and true. I said, however, a great majority of our money go into our church. I retired back in 2010, and a great, I won't even share with y'all the numbers, but a great majority of my retirement money went into our church. And a lot of things that I used to do before my husband became a pastor. My husband been a pastor now for 4 years. But before my husband became a pastor, I mean, we traveled all the time. I shopped all the time. I bought the baddest shoes, and we ate out all the time. And $100 lunch for us was nothing. But when we got our church, a great majority of our money go into our church. And I stopped shopping. I stopped shopping for shoes. We don't travel nearly as much, not even a fourth as much as we used to. And I feel like if I didn't hold on to the one thing that I love, which is dining out, because I had to make a choice. Either something has to go. Either the shopping for the clothes has to go, shopping for the shoes has to go, getting your hair done every few weeks has to go, dining out to eat has to go, traveling has to go. Something's got to give, because y'all ain't got it like that no more. Back in the day when my husband was working this awesome construction job and I was working, and we didn't have to put our money into the church except to pay our tithes and offering. We always believed in giving our tithes and our offering. And so I was like, something's got to go. Well, take a look at all this voluptuousness. Well, you know what had to go, right? The shopping had to go, the shoes had to go, getting the hair done all the time had to go, getting the nails done. If you look at my earlier vids, I kept my nails up, had to go. Well, I had to hold on to something that would give me some sanity and give me some joy, and not make me begrudge the church. And that might sound, I don't know, selfish, or might sound mean or whatever, but if I did not hold on to something, I would begrudge our church, because I would think that I would feel like our church took everything from me. So what I did was I had to make some decisions, and what I decided is, what do I love more? Clothes, shoes, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, getting my feet done. Well, I think I gotta keep my feet done. A big girl with some nasty feet, that is just total antithesis. That does not go together. Big girl with nasty feet. So I kept the pedicures, got rid of the nails, cut my hair, but I continued to go out and eat. So I said all of that. Lord, you asked one question, and I done went around the world and back. That's what happened. That's what happened when I get with my blessed ones. I just tell y'all all's my business. But I decided to keep going, keep that joy in my life, going out to eat, because it's not just about food, because I can just go to the local drive-thru and get food, but it's about the experience. I love sitting down in a dining area. I love choosing from the menu what I want and trying different things. I love the camaraderie of rapport with whoever I'm having lunch with. And although I'll go out to eat by myself, so I like being alone sometimes, and I like being with people and being with my husband, or being with my sisters. And so I just like the whole dining experience. Not to mention that I don't like to cook. That's a big thing too, but I just love the whole dining experience. Okay, so to sum this up, and what I could have said in 2 seconds is, what do I do to pamper myself? I get my pedicures. I like to dine out. Should I cut out the first 15-20 minutes? Love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for that question. Ladies, pamper yourself, but don't go by somebody else's concept of what is pampering. What brings joy to your life? And if you can afford to do it, do that. Thank you for that question, my blessed one. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed.